This was fired with the phosphorus grenades. And this is the result. 2 million books were gone. 25,000 books were completely burned. They do not exist anymore. In the hospital, that will be the end of the visit. Same day, 10:20, cars started moving back from the City Hall. And in the moment when the driver is reaching this intersection where museum is written, this photo was taken. What you can see here, wheels are turned to the right. Car coming back, wheels to the right means that car went that way. Two theories. Maybe driver did not speak German, or he was not even told about change of the whistle. Anyway, when the driver got there, they told him that this was a mistake, that he should not go there. While he was trying to maneuver and to return back the car, Gavrilo Princip, 19 years old member of Black Hand, this guy, is running out of the middle window where Musée is written in our language, where the bus sign is, that was a gate. He's coming out and shooting at Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sofia. One bullet through the kidney of Sofia into the neck of Franz Ferdinand. They were sitting in the car. Both of them, they were killed immediately. By the end of the First World War, we are part of the Habsburg monarchy. Franz Ferdinand and Sofia were commemorated, and their names were standing there. After World War II, Tito's Yugoslavia, Gavrilo Princip is again hero of Slavs. Again, bridge is named after him and the plaque celebrated his name. One local artist, he made even footsteps. They were standing here to celebrate place from where he was shooting. But we say that in 1992, when the Siege of Sarajevo started, one mortar fire from the mountains hit the footsteps, and they are gone. This car is a replica done by my friend Edo Kapetanovic, guy with the hat. He worked 10 years on his life to make replica of the car. So he do sometimes tours here around the city.
With this car?
Yes.
It's driving?
Yes.
Oh.
Let's move on. Nice bar here.
Oh, okay.
Sofia have a free drinks. If someone is Sofia, they will get free drinks. Okay. That's the City Hall of Sarajevo. We are shifting from the Ottoman Empire to the Austro-Hungarian Empire in this time. So when the Austrians arrived here, they could make whole city in a Gothic or Renaissance architecture, but the most beautiful building in the city, they are building in a Moorish style of architecture. So inspiration for this building actually was Alhambra of Spain and the Grand Mosque of Cairo. Alexander Wittek, who was born in Vienna, he was studying Islamic architecture and he was inspired by the Oriental architecture. In beginning, it was the City Hall of Sarajevo, and after World War II, this became University Library of Bosnia and Herzegovina. In 1992, started Siege of Sarajevo. Army of Republika Srpska was stationed on these hills. Every day, city was shelled 24/7. Bullet marks you can still find on almost every building in the city. You can see on this building. But this building in particular, together with two more libraries, this was fired with the phosphorus grenades. And this is the result. 2 million books were gone. 25,000 books were completely burned. They do not exist anymore.
There, inside there.
Inside there. Wow.
People of Sarajevo, they were trying to get in a burning building in order to save, if they could save some of the books. Unfortunately, a lot of books were gone.
Oh my God.
National Library was gone and we had ash rain in Sarajevo. In the middle of war, Sarajevo Philharmony had concerts there. We tried to send messages to the world that this war did not destroy us, that there is new hope. In the middle of war, one American arrived to Sarajevo. Her name is Susan Zontag. She could not believe that in the city where there is no water, food and electricity, that still someone cares about theater. She created play, Waiting for Godot. 12 planes were running in Sarajevo during wartime. Waiting for Godot meant waiting for someone to stop this war and to stop this hell. This is her picture from the City Hall of Sarajevo. Reconstruction lasts 20 years. Money came from Austria, Hungary and Spain, and we got our City Hall back in 2014. 100 years after the assassination in Sarajevo, there was a big concert on the 28th of June celebrating peace after wars, and we hope it will be like that.
So this is completely rebuilt.
Not rebuilt, but reconstructed. Yeah.
Reconstruct.
The building was still there, but everything was burned.
Oh, destroyed.
If you don't mind, we can just cross the street here. I'll show you something.
Come back.
We do war tour. Tour is called Fall of Yugoslavia, Sarajevo under the siege. And story is about longest siege in the modern war history. Siege of Sarajevo is 1,425 days. On that tour, we take you to the Yellow Fortress, and over there, tour guide makes introduction. As there was a Army of Republika of Srpska on this side, they were on the other side as well. Road to Belgrade is blocked during wartime. Road to Zagreb, blocked to the north. That mountain that you see in the end of this valley, right side of the mountain is road to Mostar. Left side, where mountains Trebević and Igman meet, road to Dubrovnik. That mountain was the only free territory. But in front of the mountain stays airport. Army of Republika Srpska. They thought if they are on the way to Mostar and road to Dubrovnik and they are holding up the airport, that there will not be a way that Bosnian army get to Mountain Igman. But what they did, they built tunnels under the airport. They got underneath the mountain of Igman. And the new roads were built over Mountain Igman to get to Mostar. If you get to Mostar, you will get to Mediterranean Sea, Croatian coast. Why Croatian coast? United Nations, they introduced embargo here. Army of Republika Srpska, they had all weapons of Yugoslav National Army. Croatia, they had embargo, but still they had Adriatic Sea. Black routes, you know, when drugs can come, even weapons could come, right? So that was the supply route. And Bosnian army depend a lot on the Croatia. If you send something for, only 1/4 will come to Sarajevo. For, let's say, marks, you send to Croatia, 2 will be taken because of the transit tax, right? Then Croatian Republic established in Bosnia, additional will be taken there. 1 piece of something would come to Sarajevo. And through the tunnel, couldn't bring anything serious to defend the city. 1 meter hole, 160 high. You cannot bring weapons, right? Only light weapons. The biggest thing that was brought in the city were mines. So all this area was mined. And mines were usually placed by Bosnian army in order to stop. So our war tour goes Defender Cemeteries, Yellow Fortress, Olympic Stadium, Sniper Alley, all the way to the tunnel, and then back to this mountain where is one of 17 bobsled tracks in the world, and front lines are there. Let's go this way. We go by car. Let's go this way. close to the hospital. Owned by one Queen's family who before the communism had factories outside of Sarajevo. And I had difficulty. Okay, here we are. Do you enjoy tour so far?
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we are standing near a historic place, and that's the place where the First World War started. Actually, on the bridge, nothing happened. The First World War started where the bus sign is. On 1878, we became part of Austria. Ottomans, they treated us, they made deal with the Austrians. An agreement was 30 years. So from 1878 until 1908, we will be part of the Habsburg monarchy. 1908, we should be a free country. After Ottomans, Austrians, they are coming here as a renaissance. They are building railroads, universities, public buildings, modern lifestyle is coming in. First narrow gauge electrified tram in Europe was in Sarajevo. This was the first tramway, 1896. First electrified mosque in the whole world is a Grand Mosque that you have seen there. But one project which Austrians, because they have seen that this is a good place for investments, one project made trouble between Austria and Serbia. Serbia was on the border. Habsburgs, Austrians, they're building railroad from Sarajevo to Visegrad. Most expensive infrastructural project in Europe of that time. Today you sit in the car, you drive to Visegrad, tunnels. Imagine railroad on the same corridor, a lot of tunnels was there. And the Austrians actually they ignored that. They were moving on with this project, you know. Serbia have seen this as a threat because through this railroad, Austria could expand their empire more towards Serbia, as it was kind of most probably interests of the Austria. In 1908, when they supposed to leave my country, Austria decided to occupy Bosnia. That was something which was seen as a big provocation in Serbia. Serbia was not happy with that at all. And they started in that time promoting pan-Slavic movements, unification of the Slavic states. I cannot say that that was only in Serbia. It was through the Balkans where the Slavs, for the first time, they have a local language, they use local languages, they encourage their cultural societies and everything. But the radical fractions of pan-Slavic movement, they were under direct support of the Serbian government. And they were ready to do anything to change power in the Balkans. Radical fraction of pan-Slavic movement is called Black Hand, radical organization. That organization was trained by Dragutin Dimitrijević Apis, who was Minister of Wars of Serbia. And they were training them to act against the members of the Habsburg monarchy. As ideal day to act, they're choosing 28th of June, 1914. On that day, Franz Ferdinand, Archduke of Austro-Hungarian Empire, is coming to Sarajevo. To do what? To perform trainings of the army on the eastern Bosnia borders with Serbia, to open railroad, again, somehow provocation for Serbia, and in the same time, they are coming to Sarajevo on 28th of June, big Serbian holiday. They celebrate Kosovo battle anniversary on that day. Yep. Plan of the visit was published in all newspapers. Everyone knows that the cars will pass through this street, meeting point will be in the City Hall, and after welcome and ceremony meetings, cars will come back to Kaiser Joseph Street. A lot of people from Sarajevo were very happy waiting for Franz Ferdinand with the flowers, but 7 members of Black Hand, they were ready to kill him. One of the guys stood on that bridge over there where the red car is, and when the cars pass in front of the bridge, he threw a grenade. His name is Nedeljko Čabrinović. That grenade exploded over there. Several people were wounded. Franz Ferdinand survived. He arrived in the City Hall. He was very mad. How this could happen? You welcome me with the shot. They told him that that was a one-man show. That Nedeljko Čabrinović is arrested. That this could never happen again. They will change plan of the visit. When they are coming back, they will not go in that street anymore. It's too risky. They will just move on towards the hospital. They will visit some people in the hospital. That will be the end of the visit. Same day, 10:20, cars started moving back from the City Hall. And in the moment when the driver is reaching this intersection where museum is written, this photo was taken. What you can see here, wheels are turned to the right. Car coming back, wheels to the right means that car went that way. Two theories. Maybe driver did not speak German, or he was not even told about change of the whistle. Anyway, when the driver got there, they told him that this was a mistake, that he should not go there. While he was trying to maneuver and to return back the car, Gavrilo Princip, 19 years old member of Black Hand, this guy, is running out of the middle window where Muzej is written in our language, where the bus sign is, that was a gate. He's coming out and shooting at Franz Ferdinand and his wife Sofia. One bullet through the kidney of Sofia into the neck of Franz Ferdinand. They were sitting in the car. Both of them, they were killed immediately. Gavrilo Princip was arrested. They found Belgium-made pistols with him. Pistols which were sold to government of Serbia. Austria blamed Serbia for everything. And they connected pistols with government of Serbia. And they wanted to investigate about crime on territories of Serbia. Serbia did not let Austrian police to come in. Everyone thought there will be a small conflict between two countries. But very soon Russia supported Serbia, Germany, Austria, and the First World War broke. There was no big war in Sarajevo. But the war started after the shot, which happened next to the Latin Bridge in Sarajevo. Let's go there.
Then the Russians backed Serbs.
And then Germany backed Austria.
This back here is a proof that history is written by winners. You know why? As the countries were changing, as the empires were changing, even the plaque and the inscription here was changing. This is a fifth different plaque in the last 100 years. By the end of the First World War, we are part of the Habsburg monarchy. Franz Ferdinand and Sofia were commemorated, and their names were standing there. There was a 30-meter tall monument which stood here on the river side for Franz Ferdinand and Sofia. You can see it on this picture there. 1919, end of the Habsburg monarchy. Gavrilo Princip, who died as political prisoner in Theresienstadt, he's becoming hero of Slavs. So new plaque after World War I was introduced here. Gavrilo Princip is hero. Bridge was named after him. During World War II occupation, plaque was removed. Franz Ferdinand and Sofia were commemorated. After World War II, Tito's Yugoslavia, Gavrilo Princip is again hero of Slavs. Again, bridge is named after him and the plaque celebrated his name. One local artist, he made even footsteps. They were standing here to celebrate place from where he was shooting. But we say that in 1992, when the Siege of Sarajevo started, one mortar fire from the mountains hit the footsteps and they are gone. No more hard feelings for these events. Final plaque was introduced, which without emotions tell what happened there. If you look my country today, going to the east, Serbia, Gavrilo Princip is hero. You don't have to go in Serbia, you can go to Serb part of Sarajevo, just 10 kilometers away from here. Going to the west in Croatia, most of Europe, he's considered as terrorist. Black and white, like everything in this Balkans. This car is a replica done by my friend Edo Kapetanovic, guy with the hat. He worked 10 years on his life to make the replica of the car. So he do sometimes tours here around the city.
With this car?
Yes.
Driving?
Yes. Questions? Let's move on. Nice bar here.
Oh, okay.
Sofia have a free drink. If someone is Sofia, they will get free drink.
Yes.
Yeah. So on this place was another caravanserai. We had 30 of them in Sarajevo. All of them are gone in the fire. The only remaining caravanserai is the one that you have seen today. The old town of Sarajevo was spreading even on this side of the city. It was 3 times bigger than it is now. But the big fire which happened here in 1879 burnt most of the city. And on the ruins of the old town, Austrians, they started building modern European cities. Turkish-style hotel was replaced by first modern-looking hotel. That's a Hotel Europe, which is symbol of that new arrival of Habsburg monarchy. Just imagine 1900 in Sarajevo. People from Europe studying European universities, they are meeting people who are living for many years under Ottoman Empire. For the first time in one city, we have Sephardic Jews, we have Ashkenazi Jews in one city in Europe. In Sarajevo, like 2 worlds are melting, they are meeting here. In 1900, in my city, 4 languages are spoken. German, Turkish, Ladino, Judeo-Spanish, and Bosnian. Newspapers in my city in 1900 are stamped in 4 different scripts in Sarajevo. Newspapers are written in Latin, Cyrillic, Hebrew, and Arabic. Find me that place in Europe, in the world. If you visit our Museum of Literature, you can find that. Hotel Europe is a place where we bring our guests who are coming for the first time in Sarajevo. Over there you can order Bosnian coffee, Turkish coffee, zaheb, torte, Chinese cake, which gives you idea of meeting of cultures. That's why meeting of cultures was there, you remember? Kind of meeting of 2 worlds. We are now stepping into the Austro-Hungarian part of the city. Let's go there. Yeah.
Is there a deep relation between Bosnia and
Not as much as it used to be, but I mean, it's kind of more like kind of, you know, there was like countryside,
opet i pokretina, nema veze. Jo.
Very strong Russian presence in the Balkans. They are supporting liberation of Balkan countries from the Ottomans. And big pressure was on the Ottoman Sultan to give rights for the Orthodox community in Sarajevo. 100,000 ducats given by Sultan Abdulaziz. 100,000 ducats given by Russian noble family Romanov, and 100,000 ducats by Serbian noble family Obrenović for the biggest Orthodox church in the Balkans. The architect was Andrei Damjanov, person who worked in architectural studio in Vienna, and he's building unusual shape for the Orthodox churches. Usually Orthodox church has a huge dome. This one is not like that. It has a Baroque tower and a Baroque dome. When it was finished in 1872, 45 years, it was the largest Orthodox church in the Balkans. It's strange. When you see Serbia, Bulgaria, Greece, and largest Orthodox church used to be in Sarajevo, it's weird. Yes, it was. We are very proud of it. This is one of 12 Orthodox churches in Sarajevo, and the old Orthodox church is unique. It's near Sebin Fountain in the old town of Sarajevo. If you enter in the church, you go on the first floor, you'll find one table, and on the table there is a one coffin. That coffin is a holy child. People believe that this child is a martyr, that it was somehow left from because father married another lady and something like that. Actually, child survived all these years. And when they were enlarging courtyard of the church in 18th century, they found untouched body of the child in the ground. They placed that child on the first floor, and people started believing that this is a pilgrim of Sarajevo. Pilgrim of Sarajevo consists of 3 places. You go to the old Orthodox church, you pass on your knees under that holy child, you make your wish. You did first step. Second step is to cross the river and go to Franciscan monastery. Over there you make wish. And finally you go to 7 Brothers Mausoleum. 7 brothers martyrs from the Ottoman Empire. People believe that they were innocent Muslims who were killed by the system. If you pray next to their grave and you do the circle, that is Sarajevo pilgrim. That somehow connects with Sarajevo, European Jerusalem idea. Most of the people here, they would say that having these 4 religious monuments from 16th century is something beyond their personal beliefs. That this is something which is making your Sarajevo identity. Something which is more important than your personal beliefs. And people are very proud of it. I grew up in the city where you don't have to be a believer to different beliefs, but by default you know how to approach your neighbors who are with different beliefs, how their houses look like, how they will celebrate their holidays. And that's something which is definitely Sarajevo identity. There was a hard war, and you know, ideology of the Army of Republika Srpska was to destroy everything which is not related to the idea of Serbian Republic in that time. You know, some people could make revenge and destroy other religious sites. In Sarajevo, people were fighting for it. They were holding it and they were preserving it. They knew that this is part of their identity, and they wanted it. And we are very proud of it, that this is all saved and it's all in the same place. Our Orthodox Church here in Bosnia and Herzegovina is Serbian Orthodox Church. So that's very common for Bosnia, Serbia, Croatia, and Montenegro. And this is the biggest Orthodox Church in our country. We can move on slowly towards our cathedral. There is one moment in Sarajevo when it's 12 o'clock in the winter time. 12 o'clock is noon. Now it's summer and noon is at 1. Maybe you could see on that clock. But when the 12 o'clock is at noon, on this place you could hear bells of the Orthodox Church, and very soon we continue towards Catholic Church where you can still hear bells, and towards mosques and you see calls for prayer. That's the special vibe and moment in Sarajevo. 12 o'clock winter time. Let's go down. So these 3 meals there, okay? Vegetarian, skip it. Second meal is called Vijećnica. The restaurant is called Vijećnica. That's place of burek. Burek is our pie. Place looks like bakery. Different pies, usually stuffed with cheese or meat or spinach or potatoes. You can order there per marks or per grams. Give me 200 grams of cheese one, or 3 marks of cheese one. It's simple. So that's another restaurant. There's plenty of Vijećnicas around. And the third one is called Austro-Hungarian. Austro-Hungarian is a place where you enter, it looks like buffet style place. Bunch of pre-cooked dishes, different soups, stoves, sarmas, dolmas, everything there, even sweets. We say that in Austro-Hungarian we eat by spoon. So enter there, you choose whatever you want. That's all fresh and delicious, cooked for that day. You cannot go to Austro-Hungarian for dinner, because once they sell meals, they will close their store. So the best selection is on the breakfast and on the lunch. Okay? So in Austro-Hungarian you go when you want your stomach work. In Cevapcinica and Vijećnica you eat with fork and knife. And there is no sweets there. The only drink they have usually is yogurt. It's a plain white yogurt. So that's what you should choose with it. Okay? I want to point you at one place here. The first building on the left is a brick one. The second is a yellow one. Do you see a yellow building on the left?
Yes.
It has a green ad on it, and green ad has red letters there, written N-U-N-E. Hard to pronounce, but that's the place which was opened by my grandfather in 1967. My father continued tradition. Brother runs the place now. That's the place of best cevapi in the world. One of the best cevap here in Sarajevo. That's the place in Sarajevo, so best cevap in the world, right? N-U-N-E. Anyway, you'll get list of the local tips later on. It will be there. Yeah, they are famous for sausages, and that's a place where locals go. Not that many tourists. Okay, try sushi pizza there. Let's go. We should run a little bit now because I think soon will be
Raining.
Yeah,
Storm.
it will be rain. Anyway, we are standing in front of our cathedral. That's a cathedral of Jesus' Heart of Sarajevo. Idea was when the Austrians arrived to make Gothic towers, they changed plan. We got Romanesque towers, and the only Gothic detail in the city we have is our rosé on our cathedral. 3 times in the last 25 years, Pope was in Sarajevo. Pope John Paul II was here in 1997. It was the first important person to come to Sarajevo after terrible war. He's blessed this city in 1997, and he says, I want you to preserve that wall of cathedral to remind us on a terrible siege of Sarajevo. You see that wall is still full of bullet marks. He was here in 2003, and in 2015 we were honored by visit of Pope Francis. We are a very small country. Here lives 3.7 million people. 500,000 Catholics lives here. This is one of 60 countries in the world which has cardinal. Our cardinal is Vinko Puljic, and this is one of 200 cardinals in the world. We love this guy. This is his church. He's all the time in Sarajevo. When there was the hardest time for the city, when there was a siege of Sarajevo, he never left this city. Even though being ethnic Croat, he could go and support Croatian, some independent republic in Treaty of Bosnia, he never did it. And I think that he was a key person to save this country. Because why would you separate when your cardinal is not supporting it? So of course, he was there in his city. People love that guy. That market that you see over there is called Sarajevo Rose. Whenever you see a rose, you know that at least 3 people were killed over there. In average, 350 shells were fired from the mountains on the ground of Sarajevo. Any place which was open from the mountains was scary and dangerous because you could be killed there. On this place fell mortar, killing 4 people of Sarajevo. One guy, he would play his cello there. As many witnesses was there, that many coming days he would play cello, and he became famous world-known cellist of Sarajevo. His name is Vedran Smailovic. He was playing cello on many spots. He was playing cello there as well. And this place is marked with the red color. They got named Sarajevo Roses. Each time you see a rose, you know that at least 3 people were killed there. Still 100 roses around Sarajevo. They are memorials from the wartime. Let's go. This is very different part of the city, right?
Yeah.
It reminds us of any other western city, and architecture is very Renaissance European. So meeting point, Basharshia or Cathedral, Istanbul or Vienna. Let's go there.
Can I take a group picture here? Or maybe later.
Group picture.
It's raining.
Yes.
weather.
Okay.
Yes.
Tiny and narrow streets of the old town from the Ottoman Empire. Basharshia was bigger, spreading on this side, but 1879 fire encouraged Austrians to make the European city. So we got first time apartment buildings and the stores downtown. People started living downtown. Wide boulevards replaced tiny and narrow streets of the Ottoman Empire, and that's kind of new era in the history of the city. We say here, East Istanbul, West Vienna, meeting of 2 worlds.
Oh.
Bosnian coffee, Zahed Torte, Sephardic Jews, Ashkenazi Jews. It's totally meeting of worlds. Let's go towards our agents.
Istanbul, Turkey, and then Vienna.
I'll just take 2 more minutes from your side, just to present you our war tour. It's called Fall of Yugoslavia, Sarajevo under the siege. 4 years Army of Republika Srpska kept this city under the siege. On this map, you can see that circle. It was 60 kilometers circle around the city. We provide driver and the guide, and we start from here every day at 8 o'clock. We take you to the Yellow Fortress, from where tour guide makes introduction to the siege. There is Defender Cemetery over there. Then we pass next to Children Memorial and Massacre the Market. We pass around the Olympic complex, which was destroyed, and we show you maternity hospitals, which were destroyed. We show you graves of Romeo and Juliet of Sarajevo and the stadium cemeteries. Then we move on to Sniper Alley, most dangerous street during the entire siege. We show you communist neighborhoods and we go to tunnel. Tunnel was the only way out of Sarajevo during war. We spent 1 hour there, and after visiting Tunnel of Hope Museum, come in.
It's raining now. Sorry. It's raining. Outside it's raining.
Yellow Fortress, Defender Cemeteries, Massacre on the Market, Children Memorial, maternity hospitals which were destroyed during wartime, graves of Romeo and Juliet of Sarajevo, stadium cemeteries. Then we move on the Sniper Alley, most dangerous street during entire siege. We show you communist neighborhoods, we go to Tunnel. After visiting Tunnel, we move to the third part of Sarajevo and Mountain Plebević. Tourist called Polo of Yugoslavia. Highlights of the tour you can find on the city map here and more on our website. If you don't decide to join us, please WhatsApp message on phone number here, or you can just send an inquiry to our email. This tour lasts 4 hours, costs 25 euros, and the ticket to the Tunnel of Hope Museum are not included because of different pricing for students and adults. So if you decide to join us, you're welcome. Here's the city map, and here are some local tips I was talking about. First on the list is Dunen, then there is a Burek, Ašćenica is there, Bosnian coffee place, my favorite place for baklava, 2 museums on the list, and you can get it. It will be here, and please, my friends, if you find time to review my company on TripAdvisor, mentioning my name on Google or Guru Walk really helps us a lot. So please don't forget it. My name is Eddie. 2 minutes from your side, Google, TripAdvisor, Guru Walk means life for me. This is your map, it will be here. If somebody wants to have it, you have it here. And this is finally a tipping box if you think I deserve such tips. It was my pleasure to be your guide. Enjoy your stay in Sarajevo. Thanks for joining me. Thanks very much.
Thank you.